Hi, Adrian Manyathelo here, and I'm sitting here actually in my car because today it's raining, right? And I'm going to try and get a bit of air. So if the water comes in, you hear me shutting the windows again. All right. So I'm here in my car now, and I want us to talk about how to monetize your gift, right? Because one thing you got to understand, guys, is that the way God made us is God made us human beings in such a way that there are gifts that we come with when we are born, right? It's called a prior knowledge. Okay, uh, that's knowledge that you have already, right? And it's a gift, right? And there's also some gifts that we get from here on earth. We learn them, right? You go somewhere and you learn a skill, and that skill you can monetize on it, right? Right. So, but I'm just going to specifically just emphasize on the gift that you came with, you're born with, right? And the only thing that you need to do is just to nurture it, right? And most of the time, guys, is that um, most people actually they are not, they can't notice that gift that they have, right? And there are many ways in which to notice it, right? Some people are able actually to realize that, oh, I'm actually good at this, right? But for most people, um, you have to hear it from your friends, from your relatives. Sometimes you will never even hear it until maybe when you're just about to die, right? Which is very, very unfortunate, right? Well, people people tend to know what you are good at, but they'll never really tell you, right? This is the truth about everything. And so what you have to do then is you got to learn to ask people, what do you think I am good at? Right? It's a very, very important question, right? Ask your friends, ask people that are close to you, and even your enemies. Ask them, what do you think I'm good at, right? Because people won't tell you. Most I've discovered that actually most people won't tell you what you are good at, right? They will not tell you. They will realize you're really good at this, but they'll never say it, right? So until you ask, but when you ask, they will tell you what you are good at. So once you've realized what you're good at, then sit down and think, right? Which is another thing that it's really never taught, right? Thinking. As a as a as a as a as a as a as an entrepreneur, as a business person, right? You must learn to give yourself at least 1 hour or so every day, if you can, right? Or as often as you can, right? Sit down and just think, right? Because that ability to think, a lot of people have gotten rid of it. A lot of people actually don't ever do it, right? And that's the thing. That's where the nuggets all come from there. Because when you sit down, when you put your brain to thinking, it starts thinking more than you can even imagine, right? But if you don't exercise that thing, it dies. The ability to think dies, and you begin to be somebody who just wakes up and and, and does the routine. Okay, like for example, you wake up and go to a job, you do the job, come home, sleep, wake up, go do the job, come back, sleep. You never even think about anything else, right? So learn to have that time. It's very, very important, right? So once you have discovered your gift and people have told you what your gift is or what you are good at, right? You need to give yourself that time to think of how you can monetize that gift, right? And then that's another tricky thing because let's say you are good at talking. So how do you monetize that? Right. So all you have to do is just sit down and think. For example, if somebody is good at talking, I mean, it depends on what talking you're talking about. Is it gossip, or is it addressing people? Right. So let's say you are a gossiper. I mean, a gossiper, you are somebody who are very good at spreading message, right? So then why don't you do things like adverts, right? Because if if you were to give a gossiper, right, in your town, right, we tell them a story of what took place, the whole town will know about that story, right? So if you are a gossiper, right, that means if anybody tells you if you start off with your own story, right, that you have discovered something that the whole town will know that day. So you're very good at advertising, and anybody can use you to advertise their story. I remember this particular time, right, talking about gossipers, right, how good they are. Right. Let me just take that topic and just run with it, right? That story and just run with it, or that portion and run with it. I remember this particular time we went to Ireland, right? And no, let me change the story now. Let me change the story. Yeah, let me tell the Irish story actually. At this particular time, we went to Ireland, and we were a group of people from a group of people from Botswana, right? And we were going to Ireland. So when you go to Ireland, there's this guy who was our host, right? And this guy told us of a gossiper in town, in that particular town where he was, and said, this gossiper is so good, guys, that whatever they are told, they just spread it all over the place. So he says, it might not sound funny to you, right? But it's very funny to me, right? So he says to us, now, guys, I've told the gossiper that I've got some refugees, right? Remember we're in Ireland, right? I've got some refugees at my place. So whenever the people see you in town, don't be surprised when they sort of look at you in a very strange way, right? Because I've told them I've got some refugees and they're going to be staying here, and the government has decided to send a lot of them. They'll be coming over and all sort of things, right? Which was funny. But for me, what I realized there is just the story of a gossiper, right? Because the gossiper is so good, the whole town is going to know about this story. It's going to know that we are in town, right? So if you twist it around, right, tell the gossiper, give them an advert, so the advert will be known throughout the town that night, right? So that's how you can make use of a gift, guys. It doesn't matter what it is. Every single gift that we have, it can be monetized, okay? I just have to think a little bit, sit down, think about it, and you should be able to get a solution. And I hope that's been helpful, guys. And if you are someone there who's really struggling in marketing yourself, right? You just can't market. You can't sell anything. You can't recruit, right? Make sure you contact me. You can contact me directly. In whichever way, whether it's on social media, Facebook, wherever it is, I'm all over, right? Or you can click on that link below this video or somewhere near this video and contact me, and I'll be able to help you out, right? Because really, when it comes to marketing, guys, or recruiting, really you got to be like a doctor, a medical doctor. When you go to a medical doctor, one thing that's good about a medical doctor is they sell medicine, right? But they will not tell you that they're selling medicine, right? But when you go there, the doctor just literally picks up a piece of paper, right? Writes down whatever medicine you need, paracetamol. And he gives you the piece of paper and he goes straight away and buy that paracetamol. That's what I call a good salesman, right? So his recruiting is the easiest thing you can ever do. So recruiting has to be that easy, guys. When you get to that level, then you must realize you're doing the right way. Thank you so much for listening to me, guys. I think I've taken a little bit longer today, but hopefully you enjoyed that. Bye for now.